Student radio for Nottingham.
After Dark.
URN.
Oh, another game show. God, exhausting. Right, it's a new one as well. Harry, no, be more excited. New game show. This is our ticket to the top, the big time. None of our other game shows have been taken on by like BBC or ITV. This could be it. This could be the one.
Did we not rip this one off?
What do you mean, did we not rip this one off? Which one have we ripped off?
A lot.
Which one?
I don't know, like I feel like we've ripped something off.
We've ripped none of these off.
Okay.
I don't know why I said we. I've not ripped anyone off here, Harry.
Okay.
Anyway, it's time for Rail or Tail, where I've shamelessly plagiarised the names of railway stations or fictional... I haven't plagiarised. I'm still hurt that you thought I'd ripped any of these.
You've referenced it.
I did rip Wouldn't I Lie to You off, but I always mention that. So Rail or Tail. It's a new game show in which our contestants must determine whether the name that I read out is the name of a train station or of a mythological or fictional place. To make things harder, there is a fictional train station thrown in as well, which our contestants must identify as Unrail. So it's Rail, Tail or Unrail. See, rhymes and everything. It's amazing. Yes. Right, taking it on this week is Posh James and Henry.
Oh.
Representing, it's another public
Eton
school
rugby. Part 2.
Having
or part 5 or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
Well, rugby having had the advantage of being 1-0 up. Here we go for double points, I think, maybe? No?
Yeah, no,
maybe.
sure, yeah, no, we've got to get ahead.
Here we go.
How convenient.
Are we ready? We're going to go fingers on tables. Harry, adjudicate, please.
Okay.
Fingers on tables. First person to put your fingers on tables, and then you can talk us through the answer. Here we go. First up, Winnish Triangle. Who was that?
I think that was
that was Knuckles on the table.
Sorry.
I think that'll do. So, Henry, talk us through it. Winnish Triangle. What do you think? Do you think it's a train station or a fictional place?
Well, the Bermuda Triangle is quite a popular tale, so I'm going to go with tale. I think it's a story.
You think it's a story?
An adaptation of a train station. It's a tale.
Tale.
Oh, and that's a bad myth.
Apparently not.
No, yes, Winnish Triangle is a train station near Wokingham and is the Bermuda Triangle, Berkshire. Everyone who goes there disappears. Thankfully, no one ever goes there.
Hey.
Right, so that's zero points.
Oh dear.
Okay, right. Well, Posh James wants us to hurry up, so I might just put a song on in between these next few questions.
I'm really sorry. I've organised to meet with a friend, and I didn't realise I was doing
Are these your peons?
My peons.
Yeah, the people you need for tomorrow.
The election.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, no, actually, no, let's just.
Well, I was just going to say, Harry, you always say that Posh James is a liability when he comes on the show because he might just leave halfway through, or bring Betty along, or break all the equipment.
Betty's good ban.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm not
Let's
in
have a
any
protracted
desperate
discussion.
So yeah, that Winnish Triangle.
Yeah, so
have you ever been to Wokingham?
I have. I actually go through it reasonably often,
Really?
and I
You
just
don't live in
because
London.
there's a train station called Winnish, and there's a train station called Winnish Triangle. Right, Winnish on the sign says Winnish, home of Winnish. That's
it just doesn't make sense, does it? James White just doesn't,
It doesn't. Well, anyway, because Posh James is by tomorrow going to be a very powerful person as president of Polar Society. I don't want to irritate him or aggravate him, so we're going to move swiftly on to our second question. Fingers on desks.
Yep.
High Garden. That was Posh James.
Rail.
I think Rail. Do you want to talk us through that one?
It's high and it's garden, and that kind of screams rail to me.
All right, I know you have to leave, but come on, give it a go.
I genuinely, I don't know. I never know with your things.
Right, okay, well, I can tell you right now.
Is it correct?
And that's a bad myth.
Can I give the answer?
Yeah, go on then.
Highgarden, I believe, is a place in Westeros in Game of Thrones. Is it not?
What? Hang on. What are you doing?
I literally need to go. Like,
you
my
don't.
friend's literally here. I can't.
Yeah, you can tell them to wait.
No.
In the middle of a game show.
They'll enjoy
We are
the game
literally
show.
in the middle of a show.
They can come on the show. It's fine.
Literally, mate.
I can't do anything.
Yes, you can do. You can stay here.
I'm loving this.
Unless it's the Prime Minister, which putting this. No, you're not leaving, mate.
Good luck stopping me.
Henry, get the door.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. I need to go. I really do.
Oh dear.
Well, he's just lost my vote for Polo President.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Right, Henry, do you mind going next door and trying to get us another contestant?
I will.
Thank you very much. Right, yes. As Henry was about to tell us, what is Highgarden, Harry?
Highgarden is a place in Game of Thrones in Westeros. It's seat of House Tyrell.
That's quite right. Yes, Highgarden is a fictional place, is actually the regional capital of the Reach in the Game of Thrones series, in all likelihood named after the many cannabis plants growing in the gardens there. It was my joke about Highgardens, if you missed it.
Maybe.
Right, well, we've got a replacement representing a normal school. Here's Jack Taylor, who's been rudely interrupted from his preparations for a song that he's going to play for us later on in the show, to take James's place. At the moment, the scores are 0-0. So we've not missed much. There's three.
What's the game, sorry?
Sorry about this, Jack.
You're going to have to fill me in.
Yeah, it's awfully unprofessional for one of our panellists to just leave in the middle of the show.
Indeed.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
He had some
He went to see a friend or something.
A friend.
He went to see a friend. Okay.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, well, anyway, yes, it's well, for Jack's benefit and for anyone who's just joining us, this is Rail or Tail, the game show in which our contestants must determine whether the name that I read out is the name of a train station or of a fictional place.
Or a fictional place.
And to make things harder, there's a fictional train station thrown in as well, which is Unrail. So it's Rail, Tail, or Unrail.
Are you well versed in travel?
No.
Oh, good. Are you well versed in fictional
Born
places?
and bred in Yorkshire.
Yeah, but I can't think of many train stations, unfortunately.
Well, okay, well, let's...
if it's not in Yorkshire, it's not worth visiting.
Fingers on desks. Are we ready, Jack?
Fingers
Are we
on
ready,
desks.
Henry?
Wait,
Yes.
what? Oh, so I have to touch the desk?
Yeah, that's your buzzer.
Right, okay.
Because we're low budget here.
Okay.
Brockway.
I think I brought the studio.
Hang on one second.
Wow. For our radio listeners, I slammed the table and the phone fell off its case, and then a light came on. It was really bright all of a sudden.
The light that
It was
comes
divine.
on basically tells you that the phone's online, so you call
I
someone.
think that was Jack.
I think that was Jack as well. Very emphatic.
That's a good system, though.
Or I think Rail, Tail. Yeah, the light comes on
exactly.
when he gets. Yeah.
Now you know. Okay.
What do you think? Rail, Tail, or Unrail for Brockway?
You better get it right now.
Well, I'm gonna go rail.
You think Rail?
Oh, and that's a bad miss.
You're kind of right. It is. It's the Unrail.
Oh, for goodness
I'm afraid.
sake!
Brockway is one of the cities that Lyle Lanley sold monorail systems to in the Simpsons episode Marge versus the Monorail, and by gum, it put them on the map.
Basic knowledge.
It's a bit niche, isn't it?
Well, thankfully we
Well,
have one of
it's
these.
not best
Reference of the week.
Yeah, we've got an obscure reference of the week there. It's not that obscure. It's a really good episode. Anyway, so it's still 0-0. I think we'll have to introduce minus points from now on, Harry.
Oh, dearie me.
Right.
Negative.
Fingers on buzzers. Bogdan. Henry.
I'm going to go with Tail. It sounds like a place that would be in Wind in the Willows.
Let's find out.
Molly went to Bournemouth.
Yes, in a galaxy far, far away, right next to Sutton Bonington, lies the planet Bogdan of the Star Wars galaxy. Bogdan, likely named after Bolton Wanderers goalkeeper Adam Bogdan, is a planet inhabited by gingers who are good at one-on-ones but less good at dealing with crosses. And you can have another one of those.
Obscure reference of the week.
And Riverside
That
Creatures.
was a very obscure Adam Bogdan reference there for anyone who didn't get it. But that's a point.
Yay.
Unbelievable. We
Winner.
got a point in this.
We have a point.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, well, thankfully, I'm in charge of this game show, so it's double points for the last one. Whee!
Henry,
Okay.
is it chick and dinner or is it chicken dinner?
Chicken dinner. Because
Okay.
chicken dinner's a win. Chick and dinner, not so much.
I thought if you were at LA and chick, you get a chick with your dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Well,
That sound great.
Yeah.
well, there you go. Next up, right. Here we go. Last one, fingers on desks. Bricket wood. That's Jack. Bricket wood. To win it, is it rail or tail?
Tail.
You think tail?
Oh, and that's a bad miss.
What was I thinking?
I can tell
What
you.
were you thinking?
Bricket Wood is a station on the Abbey line of the London Midland train service. It is located in Bricket Wood, home to the famous Wicket Brood Morris dancing team. Apparently,
They're offended.
that's what happened. That's what it says on their Wikipedia page, anyway. So we've got a win for Eton.
Class.
As much as it pains me to say it. Well, that was our first
Ooh.
ever rail or tail. What do you think of it, Harry?
I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you, Harry.